We have been lied to on a scale hitherto undreamt of. What the heck does that mean? Well, it means that we have all been lied to on a scale so large that most of you couldn't even imagine it in your wildest dreams. And why do I say that? With this as the picture in the background? Well, stick around. You'll find out. You see, since before you could even form a memory, you have been inundated with globe propaganda. From the time you were in a crib to having a solar system bouncing above your head, to every single time you turned on a movie or a TV show, you had subliminal or not so subliminal programming. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember having a globe in my bedroom from the time I was a child all the way through high school. There was a globe literally in my bedroom. And have you ever paid attention to how a globe is in every single movie and TV show from literally the time NASA started in 1958 all the way through today? It's there. All you got to do is look for it. It's in every single movie, in every single show, and it's usually just kind of discreet and in the background, but it's there, programming your mind to make you believe without question that you live on a spinning ball in endless space. And if you think about it right now, 99.9% of you are sitting there saying, yeah, duh, of course we live on a ball. I know we live on a ball. But if you really ask yourself that, is that something you know? Or is that something you believe? For me, things that I know are things I've experienced in my own life, things I can prove without question. When I believed I lived on a ball, I just believed that because I saw things on TV and people told me that in books and people told me that in classrooms, but I never saw any evidence of that. And people say, well, if it's not a globe, where's the proof? How can you tell? Well, it's all around us. All you need to do is know the right things to look for and be paying attention, like this. I took a simple walk last night, and the amount of evidence for not living on a spinning, hurling through space ball on that walk was endless. And I'm going to point it out to you. And you will hopefully see after this that maybe, just maybe, you don't live where you think you do. Let's start with the very first thing in the video. These are called crepuscular rays. And as you can see, these rays are going at different angles. Angles to the point where you can triangulate them back to the source. Now, if the sun were really 93 million miles away, like they tell us it is, well, there wouldn't be angles that you could triangulate and use simple math to figure out that the sun is very close. If it was 93 million miles away, all the sun rays would be coming in vertical directions. There would be no angles whatsoever. But you can see it's close and there's angles because the sun is close, very close. And you can run to Google and they will tell you that no, that crepuscular rays don't prove that the earth and sun are much closer than they tell us, and that it's perspective, similar to how railroad tracks converge in the distance. And this is what they will always do. They will tell you that no, what you think you see is actually something different. Don't believe your eyes. Like when you see the sun crossing the sky, don't believe that the sun is moving. Believe that you're spinning 1,000 miles per hour. And here, don't believe that the sun rays are angled. They're actually parallel, but they just appear not to be parallel because of perspective. Well, I want you to pay attention next time you see a sunset and notice how the sun is very local and the sunlight goes away very locally. It's not all of a sudden just uniform darkness because the earth is spinning and the sun so far away. No, it's local. Now, the next proof that you don't live on a globe in this video is so simple. Water. You see, it doesn't matter if it's a glass of water, a pound of water, a lake of water, or an ocean of water. Water at rest is always level. And for you to believe anything else goes against anything you have ever experienced in your own observation and in your own life. You need to believe that a cup of water can literally do that if you believe you live on a globe. It's that simple. The only reason you think that water isn't level is because you were told to believe so at the same time you were shown the dangling solar system above your crib and programmed with globe propaganda from the time you started watching TV. Water is always flat and level at rest. It's why water is in levels. Now, the final piece of evidence I want to get to from this walk is the rainbow, a simple rainbow. Now, you might not know this, but a rainbow takes the shape of the medium that light is shining through. For example, it's taking the shape of a straight line here because it's shining through the straight edge of this triangular prism. Just in another example, a straight lined rainbow because it's being shown through a straight edge. Now here it's passing through a rounded glass and we get a rounded rainbow. And the rainbows we all see outside in nature are rounded. Just like this beautiful one I saw on my walk. Rounded. And a different view of it, but the same rainbow, again, it's rounded. Well, do you know that the Bible refers to the sky as a molten looking glass, and also refers to it as the firmament, which translate to rakia, and rakia translate to a metal sheet that has been beaten out, or a hard substance that's been beaten. Rakia, expanse, or firmament, extended, solid surface, as if beaten out. Expanse, as if ice. Compare, support, ice, solid. You know what every single civilized, not barbaric civilization thought was above us until NASA came along, an enclosed firmament, enclosed barrier above us, holding out the waters. You cannot have a rounded rainbow unless the sun is coming through a rounded surface. It's impossible. You cannot reproduce a rounded rainbow if you go inside your garage and create a water vapor and artificial light. It doesn't happen. It's going to reproduce a rainbow in the shape of whatever the medium or prism or glass that you were shining through it is. But like I said in the beginning, we have been lied to on a scale so hitherto undreamt of that I'm sure 99.9999% repeating of you is going to just shrug this off and say, nah, couldn't be. I couldn't be fooled. I'm too smart. And these, even though they look angled and you can triangulate that, like Google said, they're all parallel. Of course, this has just been for entertainment anyway. I'm a satire account. Have a nice day.